Well, that was a fail. That was very unsuccessful. I have a little confession to make that's very embarrassing, actually. I don't know why I feel like a pit in my stomach. Like every time I'm about to do...
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
Good morning. I definitely look like a germ. It is 7:30 on a Sunday morning, and sometimes you just gotta be dedicated to your sport.
I go anywhere with you, 'cause you feel my mind, or you feel my mind. We could build a dream, start of something new. Let the old be dead, let the shadows lie. And the world is on your shoulders, and you feel like falling over. Just come a little closer. I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. 'Cause when we are together, I know you feel the tension. Just let me in your head, so I can be there for you, there for you. Tonight is young, won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. Tonight is young, won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. Tonight is young, won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. Tonight is young, won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? We do it all with me. I could stay awake till the night is through. With you by my side, with you by my side. Though we've only met, let me dive into your ocean. My heart open. When the world is on your shoulders and you feel like falling over, just come a little closer. I'll be there for you.
Guys, I think I just might be addicted to pickleball. Like, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. And playing with Carly is so much fun because she's my equal. I mean, technically she's better than me because she won 3 games, I won 2. But, like, we are so neck and neck, and it's so much fun playing with someone who's, like, so similar to you. Even for me, if she's, like, a little bit better, that's good for me because I'm just going to get better. But, like, oh my gosh, I've just been, like, loving it. And I'm making my stay much more permanent by, like, doing some renovations on my parents' bedroom. This, like, sleeping arrangement is obviously so weird. I know people have commented and been like, are you gonna go back to your normal room? Is your mom gonna come back to her room? I know it's very confusing. My dad sleeps in my brother's room now because he snores like no other. My mom was obviously sleeping in just their bedroom. This is their bedroom. But when I came home, she gave me this room, and now she's sleeping in my old bedroom. And we're kind of just staying like this. It makes sense because I obviously do, like, work from here. My bedroom, like my old bedroom, is, like, so small. There's not a lot of space. It's been really nice having this room. And speaking of my little, not renovations, but we went out today and we are replacing this, which I love this, but on Christmas we used it downstairs for people to sit. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of broken. It can't really hold weight, and that's so bad because Walter uses this to get on the bed sometimes, and I really don't want him to get hurt. So we got this from Home Goods. I think it matches with the theme of, like, gray. You also have some storage underneath, and it was $149, which isn't bad. I feel like Home Goods has some stuff that is outrageously expensive. Like, I saw a couch, which it was such a nice couch. That was like $3,000, but then other stuff, it's like a steal. So I'm just, like, making myself at home here, loving it so much. Although Zach was texting me this morning. He went down to Cincinnati, because he's in Dayton right now, to get lunch with Neil, which is so nice. I love when they hang when I'm not even there. But he thinks he might be starting to get sick. We are not sure, but he was just sick. Like, he was just sick on Christmas, so it just stinks that it's, like, another cycle. As for my Sunday, because today is Sunday, I think I'm just going to do a super relaxing one. I have not been reading, and I just love when I'm reading a good book. So I might start getting into reading again, pick out a book from the library, get some work done. I kind of getting ahead of my, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I have a very exciting Home Goods haul where I know I said I wasn't going to get an agenda because obviously with traveling, I just don't want that. What? You thought I was talking to you?
Oh my God, I thought you were talking about you. I was thinking, why are you yelling at me? Tell me about Home Goods, like, Jesus Christ.
You think I talk louder when I'm vlogging?
Well, it's like, I don't know, weird.
But I said I wasn't going to get an agenda just because with traveling and everything. I just like love writing things down so much. And so this is really going to help me organize everything. And it was $9.99, so I could justify the purchase. That's exciting. And then I've been digging salads lately, so I really wanted to get a nice bowl for them because the one I have been using is just like not the right size. This one honestly might be a little small for me because I love making huge salads, but I thought it was cute. It was $5.
Website you put it on, like,
What?
I don't even know what the hell, like B-roll, like.
Clancy has a YouTube channel.
I know, like.
Just finished a little workout, and actually not a little workout, that was kind of killer. It was metabolic conditioning at Burn Boot Camp today, which I love those days, but they definitely get the heart rate up. And last night the Bengals won. I'm so happy. It's so funny, like just Cincinnati truly feels like, I don't know, home. Like I'm just so happy. But do you guys want to know what's funny? I have a little confession to make that's very embarrassing actually, where last year I was actually home during the Bengals playoff game, one of them, and I was at Carly's house with her family, and obviously they were rooting for Cincinnati on my behalf. This is so bad. I was honestly rooting for Cincinnati to lose, and like truly, like in my every part of my soul wanted them to lose, and that is like so awful to admit considering I lived there, I was a reporter there, but that's the reason I wanted them to lose. I was reporting, and it was like one of the last playoff games, and when the Bengals were in the playoff run, every single story we did had to do with the Bengals, which is fine, it's fun, but they had to all be unique. Like after a while, you run out of story ideas, and I was just going crazy, racking my brain, like, what's another angle I can do? Like obviously I did bars and restaurants are benefiting from so many people going out. Like how many times can I do that same story? And I did it like twice or 3 times, to be honest. But yeah, I was just so over the Bengals coverage. To be clear, if someone were assigning me every single story and just being like, cover the Bengals, there's nothing more fun than covering sports. But it was just like having to come up with all these ideas. And so I felt so guilty, but I was rooting against them, and it feels really good to root for them now. I'm a Bengals fan. Truly, it's like impossible not to be a Bengals fan right now with Joe Burrow and everything. But yeah, felt really good to start my day with a little bit of exercise. And then tonight, I am playing 3.5 hours of pickleball. I'm back home, feeling fresh, use the Dyson, although my one problem with the Dyson right now is I feel like it's not consistent. Like this is not the look I got the last time I used it, so I don't know. I have a lot of figuring out to do, but I'm very excited because I am working with Urban Outfitters on this video. I have so many cute pieces for spring to show you guys. Like, you know when you get a shipment in and you're like, oh, like, I don't really like that. Like, you know, you pick and choose. Like, all right, that was a dud, that wasn't. Nothing was a dud in my opinion. Like, I am obsessed with everything I got, starting with this little number. This is the Marley Eyelet puff sleeve mini dress. I'm gonna have all of these items linked down below, by the way. Everything is in a size medium, except I will say with this one, if you're in between sizes, probably size down, because I feel like I could have done with the small. It's just one of those dresses that's so comfy. Like it's not, you know, cutting off your circulation. There's a lot of room to breathe, and yet it's just so cute. I love this color. It does come in a few others though, but it's just like the perfect spring dress. Next up is the Beverly textured lace up baby doll blouse, which I feel like is super flattering on the chest. Love this color. It does come in other colors, but this like fire red is so cute, and it also has a super cute back. All right, now we've got a whole look going, and I am so here for it. So first things first, these are the Y2K cargo pants. So comfy, also not too baggy. I hate when cargo pants are like too baggy. These are still fitted, like you still have a look going. The top you can wear with like a million different things. It is the out from under everyday cropped seamless ribbed tee, and then we've got the quilted denim slingback. It actually comes in 2 different shades, but I just think this is so cute. And I'm also going to link below the Urban Renewal Tash sunglasses. Like, is this not a look? It's a look. It's a look. I'm also so obsessed with this top. It's actually the first thing I picked out when I was shopping online because I just feel like this whole color pattern is so unique. And it's a basic while still being a statement, if that makes sense. And this bag matches super well with it. It is the medium nylon crescent bag, which I just feel like we've got another look going on. I feel like maxi skirts are gonna be super in this spring. This is the Winona satin maxi dress, and I just love how it gives like a pop of color. Actually, I did not buy these two thinking they'd go together, but I feel like this is a cute look too. And then lastly, this is the Eliana boot cut cargo pant. Once again, love how these are actually fitted. Like they're not so baggy at my legs. I just don't like that. And love the color of these. So once again, if you are interested in any of those pieces, I'll have all of them linked below. I'm eating my first salad in the new bowl I got, and I'm not kidding, guys, it tastes better. Like seriously, you just need a solid salad bowl. It's just, it's science. So I've got kale that I chopped up. I can do a whole tutorial on how I get like chopped kale and all, chickpeas, tomatoes, cucumbers. Normally I do chicken. Today I was feeling some salmon. Meanwhile, Mom has been working away. Would you like to explain your life's purpose?
My life's purpose. Well, if people watch your vlogs regularly, they know that I am a Blue Star mom, which means your brother Neil, as you know, is a military veteran. He was a Marine. He served in Afghanistan. And back then I joined Blue Star Mothers of America. It's a charity. We do a lot of volunteer work, things for veterans. We also do a lot of fundraisers. So when people hand us money, we like to give them a little thank you. And someone came up with this great idea of retired American flags. Obviously, I would never do something harmful to an American flag, but we got the okay for this. We cut out circles. And when I see people with the caps on that said that they served, you might say thank you for your service. And it's just a little something to give to them. Very, very time consuming. I've done hundreds of these already.
That is Mother's Life calling. I still need to find, because you guys know I want to volunteer this year somewhere, but not just like volunteer at a random place. Like I want to have my organization, you know? Like some people are drawn to sick children. You might volunteer at a hospital. Others are drawn to veterans. Like I need to find mine. So I'm still looking. I have a couple of things in mind, a lot actually. We'll see what I end up doing, of course, when I settle somewhere. One thing I kind of regret not doing is Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I did a lot of stories with them in Cincinnati and Dayton, where basically you're assigned a little brother or a little sister. It's someone, I guess what, under the age of 18 who comes from maybe a more difficult background. Maybe they don't necessarily have parents who are there for them as much. And so you're kind of just like their big sister. And I wanted to do that so badly, but that's one where it is not only a huge time commitment, but a financial commitment. And I mean, in Dayton, you guys know I wasn't making a lot of money. Like you do things with them, you buy them things, that type of thing. So I was hesitant with that. And I feel like I would love that. So we'll see. For now, just eating my salad, reading the paper. Okay, this is why I love the Dyson, because I feel like the curls always start out so crazy, so chaotic, so not good. And then I let it sit, I do a couple of things, and then I love them. Like, and they're so soft and bouncy. But unfortunately, I am about to destroy all of it because I have pickleball tonight. I'm playing from 5 to 7, and then I'm coming home, eating dinner, and then playing from 9 to 10:30. Which, don't worry, I'm not gonna film it because I know I've been including way too much pickleball in my vlogs lately. Like, you guys don't want to see that, I understand, but it's so nice finding something you love, like an active thing. And it's so cool realizing to get a great sweat, you don't need to like spend 2 hours in a gym lifting or doing like specific workouts. I feel like, oh my gosh, my ponytail is gonna be crazy with the Dyson, but like, I don't know, like it's fun realizing fitness doesn't have to be like this boring, redundant thing. And honestly, getting back into fitness, like don't let it freak you out or like hold you back, like that you don't want to do it, because chances are you're not going to want to do it at first. It sucks. You're out of shape. You get tired so fast. You don't feel well. And that's what I was going through when I first started going to Burn a couple weeks ago, which by the way, like I'm pretty much still there, but I'm getting better. And I'll tell you guys, today, like this day was the first day I actually wanted to go to Burn. All of those other days I woke up saying, literally don't want to do this at all in the slightest sense of the word. But you just gotta show up and you just gotta do it. And then eventually, like, your body just starts to love the way it makes you feel, kind of. Like, it's like addicting. And right now I'm at that spot. And granted, tomorrow I'm probably gonna wake up and maybe I won't wanna go. But that's the difference between, like, motivation and dedication. You're not always gonna be motivated because there's a million and one other things that you can be doing. But the key is to have dedication in those tough moments. And fitness is really fun, at least for me. I mean, we all have different journeys, different paths, but for me, it's really fun when it's simply about moving my body. It's not about losing weight. It's not about looking a certain way. Not at all. Because for me, like, fitness has seriously never really changed the way I look that much. Eating does, like nutrition. I think it's almost all nutrition. And granted, fitness can change the way you look, but I've never worked out enough for it to, like, I've never had like muscles or, you know, like glutes. I've never really done the old glute workouts. Like, fitness has seriously never changed the way I look. I've always just done it for the way it makes me feel. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say I've always done it for that, because maybe in the past that wasn't the case, but within the past several years, like the past decade maybe, it truly has just been like, get up, do it, because you know it's good for you, and like you just feel so good. And I feel like right now I'm in like my, not even my fitness era though, like not, like it's not fitness, it's like playing pickleball and just like finding fitness through fun activities. Burn boot camp, like doing it with friends, like that type of thing. Like, I don't know, like there are just so many different things. And what you really need to be prepared for though, because I've like been through this, is switching it up. Because listen, you could have the most fun workout in the world, the coolest thing ever. It's gonna get old. It just is. Like, it's life. It's going to get redundant. I really hope pickleball never does. But pickleball has its own set of challenges. I always need a person to play with me. I can't play alone. And honestly, it's pretty expensive. So that has its own challenges. And like, you just have to be prepared to switch it up. Even Burn Boot Camp, when I was going 5 days a week, I really think that was too much for me. Everyone's different. For me, that was too much. I think I'm more of a 3 to 4 day Burn Boot Camp kind of person. And then I can get in my runs on the other days because I love running and I never want to stop doing that. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys because I know what it's like when you are here. Okay, ready? Bear with me. This is like a stretch of an analogy, but if this is the fitness scale, this is the least fit you'll ever be. And this is like elite levels. Ready? Going from here to here is literally harder than going from here to here. It just is, because when you're going from here to here, you have so much momentum. Here, you're starting from square one. But once you get past that, that's when it's just so much fun. And I'm not past it yet. Like, I'm not past it yet, but it's fun. It's fun to try to get past it. So anyway, welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming in. I just wanted to say that because I know, especially with the new year, with New Year's resolutions, like it could be very overwhelming. It could be very intimidating. You might even be sitting here, you know, we're a few weeks into January thinking like, oh great, I haven't done anything. It's too late. No, February 1st is a perfect time to start. February 10th, could be any time. It's never too late. Figured I'd show you guys my pickleball OOTD, doing the sweatshirt look, shorts. My paddle is pink, so it'll match. And unfortunately, my mom is at physical therapy. My dad is still at work, so I think I'm gonna have to Uber, which is kind of weird. I would walk. It's like 45 minutes, but it's freezing out, and I don't want to do that, so we shall see. I should be leaving in a couple of minutes. I don't know why I feel like a pit in my stomach. Like, every time I'm about to do anything active, really, I get like a little nervous, even to just like a workout class. I don't know what it is. I've talked about this before. It's like sports anxiety. I don't know, but you just got to push through because it's such a good feeling when you do. Okay. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm not going to bore you with more pickleball. Well, I was about to film a nice little segment in the sunroom, really just to switch up the setting because obviously I don't want all of my vlogs to just be in the bedroom, but father had other plans, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else for a nice little chat I'd like to have. He is painting and drilling, and this is the sound of my life.
Sounds really come up with this stuff.
Is this for us or someone else?
That's for somebody else.
Do you enjoy work, Dad?
Yeah, I like to be doing something over it.
Like, I feel like I've never heard you complain about having to work in my entire life.
Did it do any good?
Do you think I adopted your work ethic?
Yeah, Neil did too, believe it or not. It's like the Irish work ethic, the older Irish.
Like, you get it done.
Well, you do it like, you know, you just, it's hard to explain. It's like, you're not lazy.
I would rather be dumb than lazy, if that makes sense. Because even growing up, like, Neil was always the smarter sibling, but I just tried really hard and I got it done.
Yeah, so that's, so I mean, you have to work ethic.
And it's more important than, like, an IQ, because an IQ will only get you so far.
Oh, yeah. I always say, like, you still taping or?
Yeah.
If I ever hire anybody, and the first thing, you got to be able to work. If you don't know a lot, fine. The first thing is you have to be willing and want to.
Because when you came to America, you didn't know anything about carpentry.
Well, it's not nothing to do with that, you know. But just if you have a work, like you know right away. I know within an hour if anybody is.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, but you were willing to work.
Don't be deserving medals for not working to you.
All right, back to the bedroom. I figured we could have a little chat because I just created a New Year's resolution, which I was just talking about this yesterday. You don't need to start them all January 1st. It's really whenever you come up with them. And one of mine was actually inspired by Carly. I want to write more because I used to love writing back in the day. And on Saturday night, I was at Carly's house and she mentioned she is in the middle of writing a book, which when we were younger, we would actually write together. Like some books I'd write 2 pages, she'd write the next 2. I mean, I'm talking about when we were like 6 to 13 years old probably. And we just loved it. And it was so great having a friend like Carly who had the same interests as me because it was very weird interests that not a lot of people were into. Like we would create movies together.
No, plenty people who should have this 680 billion word encyclopedia.
Carly is one of the reasons I even started a YouTube channel because she was the first person who had like a video camera on our block. It was like a little flip cam. And we would write and like all of these like weird interests. It was so unbelievably nice growing up with someone like that. I will say like we have very stark differences as well though. Like I am way more girly, makeup, beauty, that all came to light probably like in high school, whereas Carly is way more tomboy, athletic, better than me at pickleball. No, I mean, pickleball, I'm coming alive, guys, okay? It was so much fun playing last night, and I will get better. But Carly's definitely more athletic than me, but we definitely have these, like, same similarities. That doesn't even make sense. And so, Carly inspired me, and I've just been sitting here with my laptop brainstorming because I want to get back into writing, but my big problem with writing is I can't write thinking other people will see it because then I'm self-conscious. I'm like, this sentence is stupid. Like, I don't want anyone reading it. I just want to write for myself and not just write because you guys know I write often. I keep a journal, but like stories, like that's so much fun. And I'm just kind of like on a little idea drought, an idea hiatus, but I was going through our little library in the basement and I found this as my inspiration. I've talked about it on here before, but when I was 12, I self-published this book, Girls, Gloss, and Gossip Galore. It is so cringy. It is so bad. Pretty sure it's still available to purchase. You just type it in on Google, but it's really cringy, like the things I wrote about, but I miss that. I would come home from school every day. I would do my homework. Like I was one of those people. The second I stepped in the door at 3:30, I would open my math book or whatever book and start doing my homework. And I remember like my granny and some other people were saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe she does that. That's so great. But there was nothing great about it other than I'm a work now, play later person. Like I'm putting in the same amount of work as everyone else. It's not like I'm putting in more work. I just don't want to have to worry about it later. Like I'd rather worry about it now and then I'd have like the rest of the night to work on my book that I was writing. So this is my guiding force, my guiding inspiration. And when I was in the library, not the library, what am I saying? Just like we have a bookcase in my basement, geez. I found this old book that I read before. I remember loving it. If any of you are into writing, you have to get this book. It's called On Writing by Stephen King. You can see it's so dusty, it's so old. But I've never read a Stephen King book just because it's not my genre. Like, what is it, horror? And like, that's just not my genre. But obviously he's a really good writer. And reading this, you could tell he was a good writer. And he just gives all of this advice, but it's not stupid advice, if that makes sense. Like, it's just good freaking advice. It's so good. I remember just this gave me so much motivation and inspiration. So I might reread this book just because I loved it so much. And then as I was downstairs, I saw this book. Just wanted to bring it up. It's called Believe Me by Yolanda Hadid. It's about, first of all, if you don't know her, she was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She could still be. I don't really watch, but she's the mom of Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, and she was recently, in the past several years, diagnosed with Lyme disease, which was a huge journey in which so many people, even viewers of The Real Housewives, didn't believe her. They thought she was just making up all of her symptoms. She couldn't get to the bottom of it, couldn't get to the bottom of why she was feeling the way she was feeling, and it's so much more common than we realize, I feel like. Obviously, you guys know Zach is going through like a mysterious health problem, like with his side and everything, and it's just, it's like so frustrating. And like I felt her pain as I was reading it, and I just can't even imagine how many lives she has impacted by writing this book because so many people are going through something similar. I don't want to. My mom just texted me asking if I'm ready for my B12 shot. You guys know I have nurse friends. I just haven't run into them this week, and I'm late on my B12 injections, which I have been just like religiously getting. They have been making me feel so much better. And I think my mom's gonna try doing it. She's trying to watch videos, but I just like don't even trust her. We've got the tutorial pulled up on the screen. We have got the needle. And how confident are you on a scale of 1 through 10?
If I have to go through your puffy coat.
No, I'm about to take it off.
I'm very. You're gonna be
You're
fine.
very? Okay.
You're fine.
I'm not showing it because I just think it's disgusting, but...
We won't do your pickleball arm because that's important. You're
Left.
fine. You're fine, Clance.
Well, that was a fail. That was very unsuccessful. What do you think?
If anyone knows, if you're putting it up there, we put it in her arm. I did a great job at that. Push through and it won't push.
It won't push. I don't know. I felt
The
the
medicine
sting.
did not come out.
That was a
You got
fail.
medicine?
Nope. We wasted a whole needle on it.
You're not going to get a treat then.
A treat?
What were you gonna give her?
Like the dog treat.
Oh my god, he's gonna give me a dog treat for
wearing
getting a
gloves,
shot.
like-
I'm really nervous because I think I might be starting to get sick. I don't know. You know when you just have like this tiniest little, like almost like a lump type thing in your throat? Like it's not feeling good, and I just really hope I'm not. But like there have been a million things going around. Did I tell you guys I think I did. Yeah, Zach is sick again. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm really hoping like this is just like a false alarm. I think I need to just rest. I will admit, maybe I've been going a little overboard on the fitness. Just maybe if I'm doing so much pickleball, maybe that day I don't do burn, because tomorrow I am playing 2.5 hours of pickleball. I'm playing with my dad from 3 to 4 and then with Carly from 4 to 5:30. So that'll be fun, but I have to be in tip-top shape for it. So I'm just going to rest the rest of the night. And I still have to walk Walter, and I'm just dreading it so much because I just don't feel well. And that's the thing with having a dog, because obviously having Walter or just being with Walter is like a little experiment for me. I've realized I think I like really need a dog in my life, like my own dog. When I move away from here, I just love them so much, and like he's been coming into like the bed with me lately, and it's just so cute and everything I ever wanted. Zach does not want a dog though, so that's gonna be an interesting thing. But another thing is like obviously they're just a huge amount of responsibility, especially, well, I guess one other reason maybe I wouldn't, it's like traveling is so hard. And I'd feel bad if I rescued a dog, dropping them off at, you know, like a shelter for the week or whatever it is, the vet. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm hoping this isn't my downfall. We shall see. Fingers crossed. Love you guys so much. Bye.